What's going on YouTube? My name's Greg here, Pro Specialist at Tech Daily Official here, and today we're taking it digitally here on the computer. As you can see, we have the Ableton Live 9 Suite here. This is an untitled project because I haven't got a name for it yet, so you're just going to have to deal with that, okay? But today we're going to learn how to make a dubstep drop here. What we want to do is delete everything. Because by doing this here, what the hell? Actually, you can't delete everything. So we're just gonna start with this audio track. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We need to make a MIDI track here. These MIDI tracks, you can put in them. That's basically what they stand for. So what we've got here, we've got some. Let's see what these say. Virtual Riot sample pack. Not sure if that's a tobacco or what that is, but we're gonna put some of these in there and see what they do here. So first thing we want to do is get some drums, because it's a dubstep drop, and the most important thing about dubstep drop is having a drums. So let's see what kind of drums we've got going on here. We're gonna find one that hits really hard here, one that'll knock you right out of your chair, snap your neck like a snapping turtle here. Let's see here. Well, we got a few of them right there. That's not quite the kick drums that I was looking for. Not quite what I imagined here. There we go. There's something right there. We'll take that one actually. Where's this one? Says heavy. I like my kicks heavy. Like I like my. So we're gonna take it. We're gonna take this thing, pick this thing up. It's real heavy, so you gotta drop it real quick there, and put the damn thing in there. And then you see it in there, and then now you need to double click here. Make one of these little cigarettes here. One of these little cigarettes here. Make one of these little things here, and then just open it up here. And there's all these white and black lines here. And I think that's just this program not trying to be racist or anything. So I mean, honestly, you can choose whichever one you want, because it's you know, it's very, you don't want to discriminate here. So we're just gonna put. So what we're gonna do is now we've gotten a wall of sound, we're just gonna duplicate that is by pressing the Control D key. That's what my wife asked me. That's what I like to give my wife on the weekends, the Control D. So we're gonna make it there. And as you can see, this right here already just looks mean and aggressive. So we're gonna do a sound preview here. God damn it, that is loud. All right, that's the kind of kick you're looking for right there, boys. That's exactly what you're looking for. So now we're gonna change this to what it is here. We're gonna use the Control R hotkey, and we're gonna name this kick. All right, so as you can see there, we've got our kick in place. And now we want to simply duplicate this track here, and we need to find some sort of cymbals here. I've already got something pre-made. I don't feel like showing y'all how to do this. I'm not trying to let. You need to find your own way when you're in your music production. So I'm going to show you how I do it here with something I've already pre-made here with one of my dubstep racks here. So I'm going to put this thing on there, and that'll show you how to do it. This right here is the sausage fattener. This is what makes the whole damn thing work right here. If you're not fattening your woman with your sausage, I don't know what the f you're doing. And I'm gonna show you, if her face looks like this, then you're not deep enough. This is what you're trying to get her to look like right here. 98% fatness. We never go to 100, because if you go to 100, you might break the fourth wall. And this is not Attack on Titan. You can't do that kind of shit around here. And then obviously we appreciate women of color as well. So get it up to about 50% there. And that's your light-skinned woman right there. As you can see, you're grinding her gears here. That's exactly what you want. See them gears grinding right there? So now we've got that going. We're just gonna absolutely get rid of that. And now we have this new kit here with all of our sounds here. God, that's loud as hell. Cause I made it loud as hell. All right, so what we're gonna do is make a dubstep drop here. First things first, you gotta set your tempo to 140 beats per minute. That's like when you're hitting your wife and she's not agreeing with you, and so you hit her at 140 beats per minute. Or like when you see a deer out in the field and that damn thing's about to run away, so you shoot it 140 times in a minute to make sure it's dead. That's exactly what we're going for here. Next things first, next things last, you got to turn on this double dot here. Might look at you like Carl from The Walking Dead with one eye open and one eye gone. That's a metronome right there. So you got to turn that thing on to make it click back and forth when you're producing your dubstep drop here, so that you know where you're at as far as the time signature is concerned. However, today I am not going to be using that, as I am a pro audio specialist. I do not need that to understand how to make a dubstep beat here. I know that the hi-hat should come. Actually, I need to subdivide this here. On every single beat. Every single beat. Every time. That's how the hi-hat works. every single beat. As you can see there, it's on every single one. Every single one. The hell is that? Never mind, that don't matter. All right, so next thing first, you got this crash here. It says here crash 12. Right there, sound like a crash. So you just gotta put one of those just put it everywhere. I'm using the control D hotkey there. That's laying wood down right there. That's the control D. And then of course with your snares, with your snare track, you want to turn the grid off here. As you can see, I have these little sections here: 1/4, 1/8, 1/6. It's a bunch of musical bullshit. It don't matter. Just turn the grid off for your snares, and I'll show you how to put your snares in like a professional here. Oh my God, that's loud as hell. Jesus Christ. Well, just put a bunch of them in there. It don't matter exactly where they're at. Just kind of putting them things in there. Just kind of like that. God, Jesus Christ. Just kind of, yeah. All right, that looks good to me. And all you need is one kick. Actually, that's a lie. You need 4. So now, the f did I just do? There we go. That was the Control Z hotkey. That was the that hotkey is useful for reverting your mistakes. So if you get your wife pregnant and she's not on birth control, just hit her a few times and then press Control Z. So now we have our drop here. And for the sake of my ears here, I'm gonna turn down the snare a little bit. But I highly recommend for mixing purposes that at the end here, you're going to want to turn your snare to 100% and keep it at a racial setting here of 51% here, so that every side is pleased and one side's slightly more pleased than the other one. All right, so there we go. So we're going to put this thing back down to about 8% here, and then just. So now we've got our drop. We're going to listen to it. As you can see, very professional sounding already. It just hits you like a ton of bricks on a Saturday evening. So now what we're going to do is we need some sort of melody. We're going to insert another MIDI track here. Notice how this one comes out shit brown immediately. That right there is gonna that tells you if that tells you anything about how you currently sound. After this video, you're gonna be transcended to a new level, such as Skylant and Virtual Violet and Skrillkex, some very good artists. We talked about Skrillkex in one of our other videos when we were reviewing a tube amplifier. So we're going to annotate that one for you to go watch before you get to this part here, because you can create some sounds there that you can apply in this process here. So we're going to go to plug-ins. And first, a lot of producers don't understand this tab. They think that you're supposed to actually plug your inside the computer to gain access to these different sounds. However, that is not the case. You must download these or not download them, or purchase them or not purchase them, I guess is the correct terminology here. And so we're going to get some sort of, we're going to plug in our C-room here. So as you can see, this is a wonderful, right here is a subtractive synthesizer here. This is AM and FM synthesizer capabilities here. As you can see, we have multiple oscillators and LFOs, low frequency oscillators, as well as noise, octave, pan, level, wavetable position, off and on, and a drive, fat, mix, pan, cutoff, rise. That was an Xbox One exclusive. But the first thing we're going to do is go to our user profile here and go to growls, because this is how you capture the deer. This is how, when you're sitting out there waiting for the deer to come up to you and you're trying to catch a deer, you got to have the proper growl. So we're going to turn on this wet growl here. We're going to plug this one in here, and as you can see, that's way too high pitched. The deer will not be able to hear that. It's out of their frequency range. That's exactly what you're looking for right there. So if you can hear that right there, that's exactly what you're looking for right there, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna have to click in another track here, a poop cigarette here, and then you're gonna have to key it in here, your growl. And so you can see it's crying from this position here. So we're just gonna click right there and just drag it in here and fill it up the entire way. All right. As you can hear, it's already absolutely, the mix is a bit muddy. It's a bit muddy. We're gonna turn it down a little bit. and we're going to EQ. I'm going to show you how to EQ this growl here so it stands out in the mix. But already a killer dubstep drop. This is going to revolutionize the way that we listen to electronic dance music here. This is going to change. Your production is going to be so amplified. You're not even ready for this here. So first we're going to EQ it. So you're going to want to press S as in solo, and it will solo the track. No, not Jason Derulo. This is solo here. This will solo the track out. EQ stands for Equestrian Quixotic. So now what we're going to do is take out all the low end on this sound here. I'm going to play it for you. So you can see that there's a lot of low end here. We're going to get rid of all that by grabbing this one here by the ass and just shit. Goddamn my arthritis. All right. Well, my goddamn. All right, I'm going to pull it. All right, there we go. There we go. And then put it right there. All right, so that's exactly. Oh my God. That's exactly what you got to do right there. So now that you have it right there, you want to enhance the high-end response here by pulling up the number 4 here. And you want to leave number 2 out here in the forest with the other deer who you shot and left to die, because number 2 is not worthy of being in position that number one is. That's one thing you learn in life from Talladega Nights is if you're not first or last. Now we're going to listen to it and listen to how our mix has improved by using subtractive EQ to add a low-pass filter here to the low-frequency oscillator of the FM synth here, the subtractive synthesizer. And we're going to check our, actually we're going to look at our frequency spectrum here. We're going to pull in the spectrum, and we're going to check out this low-end here, this low-end response. We should be seeing a vast low-end response here around the 100 kilohertz to 250, as well as a nice little peak here in the 10 kilohertz range here. So let's go ahead and check that out. Wow, look at this right here. This is some harmonic response right there. That is one hell of a harmonic response. As you can see, there's not much low end here. This frequency range is lacking. So that's, you can't have a woman with all these tits and no ass. A lot of people might say this kind of dubstep is overproduced. This kind of dubstep is atrocious. However, I think they're overproduced and atrocious. And before we work on the low end, we want to add some sort of mid-range compression here. And we're going to use a new plug-in here. This is a subtractive FM synth here. And as you can see by my license there, I did not buy this shit. So I pirated this, and I'm not afraid to say it because you know what? I deserve it. I am an entitled American that deserves nice things, okay? So now we want to put a arpeggiator machine in here. This is a ARP 303 saw. We're gonna take a play test here. That sounds like shit. All right, let's find another one. Calvin Harris chords. That's exactly it. Calvin Harris got Taylor Swift, so that means that you can get anyone with this. That's exactly what we're looking for. That sounds very retro. That sounds like that sounds very good right there. So now we're gonna. You see, it's crying out right here. All these ones are red and black, and this one's red. So you want to put your thing in right there, and now we want to put that, just drag it all the way across, and now you can compare it here with your other one, and you can hear how well they go together. Right here. Yeah. Wow, that one's really sounding good right now, boys and girls. All right, so now what we want to do here is sidechain. Sidechain compression is very important. It has to do with whether or not your wife's going to be locked out of the house or not, because you locked the chain on the fence. So what you want to do is lock your wife out of the house because she hadn't been putting out. And you know what? That happens all the time. It happens to every man. Your wife's not putting out anymore, so you lock her out of the house with sidechain compression. So the first thing you want to do is drag in your compression here. You want to press this little button here. This is to unlock your gate. You want to turn on your sidechain here. It's going to ask where the audio is coming from. So you want to go over here to your kick channel. As you can see, K-I-C-K. Click on that there. And you want to click inside that and also find your kick once again. K-I-C-K. So I'm going to click on that there. You just want to pull the threshold all the way down here. This is going to take out all the harmonic content and suppress it, so when it peaks on the hit, the kick will duck the signal coming from our serum and our silent chain here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and copy this thing over here and paste it over there. So now we have this sort of sound. I will show you what it sounds like here. So now it sounds like it's dancing. Now it sounds like your woman is riding you like you've never been ridden before. And a lot of artists don't understand the importance of having this kind of sidechain compression. This is what you're looking for. This, if your woman rides you like this every night, then she does not deserve to be locked up outside. Okay, so now that you've done that, the final step here is going to be to master our track, and I'll show you how to master right here. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Done. Done. That's how you do it right there. No questions asked. That's how you master a track. So now, here it goes. The final playthrough of our track. Mastered and ready to go. This is how you create a dubstep drop. I've been Greg, the Audio Specialist. I'm going to send you out with this dubstep drop here. Alright, we're gonna get the drop going. We're gonna do a little build up here. That's right, boys! I've been Greg, the Audio Specialist. I thank you for tuning in. Tune in next week when we I don't know what we're doing next week. That's fucking right, boys! You take your fucking Chevy and run their house. That's how you make a fucking dubstep drop.